What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm a little under the weather today, but I have to address some comments made by Nicki Minaj, right? She is going on a warpath on Twitter, going at Jay-Z, aka Sean Carter, because her CEO, her idol, the man she respects tremendously, the guy who really put her on, Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne was not selected to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show in his hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana. Nicki Minaj put out a slew of tweets attacking Jay-Z and other individuals who felt like Lil Wayne should not be selected to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm going to read you a few of these tweets. Nicki Minaj says, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne? The GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem stand firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man. Shit is sad. House N-word tings. But it's good for them. She calling Jay a house N-word. No loyalty. Well, them N-words will keep sunning you. Right? And then she said this to a man that had an opinion that Lil Wayne shouldn't be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2024. She told this man, God will punish you. Mark my words. She said, God will punish you. Mark my words, to a man that tweeted out, the first rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show needed to be someone who would represent the art form to its highest degree. That was not Lil Wayne in 2024. And she told that man, God will punish you. Mark my words. Ma'am, why would God punish somebody over an opinion about some worldly ass music? Why would God punish somebody for that? God is not punishing anybody for their opinion on this matter. And quite frankly, there are more important things on God's plate than a Super Bowl halftime performance. Like, seriously, there are more important things on God's plate than a Super Bowl halftime performance. Like, people loudly yell that we shouldn't play with God's name and all of that, and we shouldn't bring it up in vain, and we shouldn't play with God and all of that. Then they bring his name up in foolish arguments like this, and this is just silly. Nicki out here crashing out, losing her mind. She's out of her mind, right? But I want to get to this, because Nicki Minaj, Nicki, is it? Speaking of God punishing someone, right? Nicki, would God punish you for supporting and paying the lawyer fees of your brother who was sentenced to 25 years for assaulting an 11-year-old girl? Would God punish you for standing with your brother when it was found that he assaulted an 11-year-old girl? Would God punish you for that? You riding out with him, paying all his lawyer fees, all of that, and you standing down firm with him? Would God punish you for that? For him allegedly violating an innocent little baby, not allegedly, violating an innocent little baby? Would God punish you for that? Would God punish you for torturing a black woman who was allegedly assaulted by your husband? And I got to say allegedly because I don't want to get sued, right? Right? Would God punish you for that? That woman was getting harassing calls about the matter after she refused to meet with you and get flown out by your family and all of that. She was getting unsolicited visits and all type of stuff. Would God punish you for allegedly offering $500,000 to the plaintiff in the case if she wrote a letter recanting her story about his assault of her? Would God punish you for that, man? Paying for somebody to try to recant a story when she told you, woman to woman, this happened to me at the hands of your husband, and you tried to pay it off? Would God punish you for that, Onika? Nicki, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, using God's name in this is just wild to me. It's wild. And then, I'm thinking like this, because she says no slight on Kendrick or nothing like that. Maybe you don't want to hear Not Like Us because the artwork for that song hits close to home. Maybe what he's talking about in that song, lobbying certain things at Drake and Drake's team, certain allegations, maybe it hits close to home and hit dogs off and holler. Maybe that hits you in your soul when you hear that song because it can be placed on your dude, on your husband, Maybe you don't want to hear that at the Super Bowl too, and maybe they got something to do with it as well. Now, I know that's your CEO and you love him and all of that, and he helped put you into position to make mega millions and be the star that you've become. But I'm thinking maybe you don't really like that song either, because you know those type of allegations have been put on your guy's name, right? That he got to register and all of that for y'all to go places and all that type of stuff. And you know, I was gonna say something else, but anyway, yeah. And then you call Jigga a house N-word. Now, y'all know Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers ever. But y'all know I make no excuses about Jigga being an extreme capitalist. I question a lot of moves that Jigga made, in particular, performing for Tom Brady and them and not doing any Hip Hop 50 celebrations. I've called out Jigga for that on this channel. I've called out Jigga for being a capitalist by telling people not to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. And then when he got over it, when he got a piece of the pie, now it's cool to perform at the halftime show. I got on Jigga head about that. I raped him through the coals about that. You know what I mean? I got on Jigga's head about him providing cryptocurrency classes in the projects instead of giving those people food, helping pay some bills, because that's what they really need, not no cryptocurrency that can just go up and down in value, and they got to just really figure, like they got to sit in some classes and really try to figure out this game on something that can go up and down in value. I didn't think that was a smart move at all. I got on Jigga about that, right? But you calling Jigga a house N-word, but weren't you the same woman pandering to Ben Shapiro months ago, supporting his rap song? Wasn't you pandering to the anti-black racist Ben Shapiro, who speaks a lot of anti-black rhetoric on the regular basis, dragging black folks' name through the muds, calling us victims and all type of crazy stuff? And you calling somebody a house N-word, and you was out there patting Ben Shapiro on the back, a man who again denigrates black American people on a regular basis? How do you sound, man? And again, when I saw these tweets, y'all, I hit the ATL. I hit my man's big boy from ATL. I know that ain't who I think it is. That's what I hit when I saw these tweets, man. Like, stop playing. I hate this about it too. Stop playing a brother man card when it's convenient for you. House N-word because your boss, your CEO could be called a house N-word to the highest level for denying the existence of racism because Uncle Bob saved him when he shot himself, when he did the cheddar bob on himself. Let's be for real. All that because Uncle Bob, because y'all love making it, Uncle Bob, the white man saved him from being shot, and so he don't see racism. Man, I don't care if 50 white men saved him from being shot. I don't care if 100, I don't care if 200 white men saved him from being shot. That does not absolve the world for the anti-black racism that we see on a regular basis. The anti-black racism he called out in a song called Georgia Bush about what happened to black folks in Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, Louisiana. Something that he conveniently forgets now, that he has rock star fans. He has these fans from goth fans and fans, white fans, and all these fans from different ethnic backgrounds. He tries to act like he don't remember that Wayne was talking like that. Now he wants to act like he thought racism ended because he has fans of different ethnicities. Please. The same CEO who got on TV telling Katie Couric he's a gangster, but he's scared to stand down for black folks. The same CEO who, when asked about, Black Lives Matter, the movement, not the organization, the movement, and about police brutality against black American people, he talking about, I don't feel connected to nothing but this flag. I'm a gang member. Perpetuating negative stereotypes of black men, while also shooting down and refusing to address anti-black racism and police brutality, where black men and black women were getting gunned down unjustly, unarmed by law enforcement. So house N-word could be lobbied at your CEO as well. And then, even though I'm a big fan of Drake's music, your boy Drake don't never want to talk about issues affecting black America in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but he want to stand next to hood black Americans when it's time for a certain look, street credibility, for a certain aura in his music, for a certain street authenticity in his music. You want to stand next to Lil Durk, 21 Savage, Young Thug, the Migos. The list goes on and on and on. He does it a lot and don't want to speak about the same atrocities that the young black men in those communities face at the hands of law enforcement and young black folks in general. He don't ever want to talk about systemic racism. So house N-word could be lobbied at a lot of people you love. But let me just say this too. Because she talking about this, you know, oh, he's a black man this, and she trying to play the black man card. Getting black folks all up in arms, trying to rally black folks behind her with this, oh, you disrespecting a black man. You disrespect young black female artists on a regular basis. You have a problem with anybody that's ascending in the rap game while you're in it. You figure out a way to attack them. You figure out a way to try to bully them. You figure out a way to try to go at them in the most craziest ways. You figure out a way to be disrespectful to them. You figure out a way to sneak diss them. You figure out a way to create a problem where it doesn't exist because you don't want nobody to be at the top but you. So it's so funny how you call out, oh, you're trying to do a black man like this. You go at black women all the time, young black artists, trying to make a name for themselves in the rap game. You try to go at them all the time. All the time. You know? So, and we can go to your stuff with Megan Thee Stallion and all that. You know, it's just real funny. You funny acting. Anybody, you try to go a lot of young black girls that's in the rap game, you got a problem with all of them. Your soul ain't right, Nicki. Your soul ain't right. Your spirit is off. And the stuff that you putting out, how hypocritical. These tweets you talking about, how hypocritical, man. But you crashing out, man. I don't know if she got something going on. You know what I think might be going on with her. Y'all know. But she needs some help.